Between this video and the last, I found the color scheme I want to start using. So we're going to change this real quick to just a slightly better color scheme. If you're perfectly okay with the one you got, go ahead and leave it. But I'm a little persistent on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this 700 light blue from here and go back to my code and add that in for the background color. And when we refresh this, it's a little bit hard to see the Notes app with the green there, but I do really like this blue. So what we're going to do to kind of make it match is just use a white for the color for the input style, the header, and then also on the button too. So when I rerun this here, it's going to look a little bit cleaner. In fact, this almost looks like a Facebook Notes app right here. It's kind of it has that like Facebook dark blue with the white. I think this is a little bit better. Now what we want to do is we want to change, so if I add the to-do right here, we have this very, very small black text on screen. I want to make this a little bit nicer. We're not going to make it too crazy, but something just a little bit better than what we have right there. The first thing I can do, this is going a little bit off course here, but I want to add in another component primitive from React Native called touchable opacity, and hopefully I'm spelling that right. You got to make sure you spell that right too. And what touchable opacity does, it kind of gives the button look here. So notice, like if I click on add to do, it's like flashing. That's like touchable opacity, and I want to add that in for my text items on the to-dos so that whenever I click it to delete it, there's like a little bit of a feedback. So I can go in here and say touchable opacity and just wrap this touchable opacity here. That's good. And I'm actually I need to pull off this key and on press. You know what, I might actually keep the on press on there. Let's keep that there for right now, but the key definitely has to come off of the text here and go onto the touchable opacity. Whenever you're rendering out stuff with the .map function in React, you're going to need to put that key on the uppermost level in whatever you're nesting. So touchable opacity is the farthest out component that we have, so we need to put the key on that instead. Alright, so this is looking better, and then we also want to bump up this text a little bit, so we could go ahead and say style is equal to, and we'll call this, we'll put this on the styles object and call it, so I don't know, to do. Yeah, that's fine. And down here we'll say to do, and maybe give it a font size of, let's see, this is 30. We could maybe bump this up to say 18 and give it a color white. Yeah, color white's fine. And let's just go and save that and see how this looks. So if I go ahead and add in something new, so new to do, add to do, it's looking okay. You know what? That's still not perfect because it's like right there next to this add to do. So we can actually bump that down a little bit, and we'll actually increase the size of this. So we'll say 24 pixels for the font size, and we'll also bump down our render to-dos a little bit. And how we can do that, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just add space between the add to-do button and the to-do list right here. And what we can do to do that is we can go into the view, or we can make a view right here between the button and the list. This will be a self-closing to-do. Yes, you can do that. And we'll just add an inline style, because we're only going to do this once, of margin, top, and call it maybe like 100 pixels. So if I add a to-do now, like new to-do, add to-do, notice it's like down here. And I really do like this size. I think this is a perfect size for the to-do. It's just a little bit smaller than the header, a little bit bigger than the button. I think this is a pretty good size right here. And then notice as soon as I clicked it, it went away. So if I just start add some stuff in, whatever, it's clicking away. I'm actually not getting that. Oh, now, well, if I press on it long enough, I get a little bit of the touchable opacity on there. But I guess when I'm clicking on it, it's disappearing so fast that I don't even really see the touchable opacity. Okay, so this is looking pretty good right now. I think that's going to be it for this app. We're going to start on our next app in the next video, which will be the next section. So hope you guys enjoyed this little notes app that we put together. And it's probably not super useful, but maybe down the road it will help you with your learning. All right, see ya.